Hey everyone, Dan here. And in this video, I wanted to bring Christina on here. She's one of our awesome clients that has recently found some great momentum in her business since we've started working together. And so I wanted to kind of bring her on here to share her story a little bit and her experience working with us here at One Stop Revenue. And so I'd love to throw it over to you, Christina, if you could just introduce yourself a little bit about your business and what you guys do.
Sure. So my name is Christina and I own Downingtown Fit Body Boot Camp. We are a high intensity interval training gym for men and women. We are all about empowering people to improve their fitness and their health. And we offer sessions all throughout the week. So yeah.
Awesome. Great. If we can, like, can you tell everyone, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that were in you that are in your that were in your shoes when before you started working with us. What were you kind of going through before starting to work with us? What were some of the issues that you were facing that you were trying to solve essentially?
Sure. So, I mean, it's always about getting people in the door. And I guess I was always in the mindset of, we've always done it this way, so this is how we should continue to do it, which is obviously the wrong way to think. Our strategies didn't really allow us to track who was showing interest. And we were just spending so much money on Facebook ads every month and really seeing no return on it. Basically, the way we ran ads in the past just wasn't working for us anymore. And really, as a small business owner myself, I take care of everything that happens behind the scenes. I'm pulled in every direction, generation, follow-up, social media, sales, member retention, payroll, schedule, all the things. So I wasn't really prioritizing or balancing everything as effectively as I could have. And when I brought your team on, it definitely helped me get organized and, start tracking things a little bit better.
Yeah. Look, I see a lot of people kind of in that same boat where, they're already marketing, but they're not getting the optimal results or the best results they could be getting.
Right.
So like, what were some of the things that you saw change in the business, or what did we help you with when you started working with us?
So definitely, I think when you took over our ads, it was like a huge weight was lifted off my shoulders. You guys know the market, you've done the testing, you know what groups to target, how to target them, what kind of ad grabs people's attention. So being able to trust your team to handle that piece absolutely gave me the opportunity to focus more on follow-up and appointment setting. And that way I was able to increase our trial sales. I've almost tripled them since we started with you guys and, continue to grow the business. You also provided us with that great tracking sheet. So we started tracking our KPIs. That's made a huge difference in my approach. Seeing our performance month over month is totally motivating to me. And it's making me get a little bit more creative, kind of think outside of the box so that we can generate more leads. And, you always bring up, make sure you react with the people that you've had from 5 years ago. Like those leads are still leads. And I tend to forget about those past people. So, making sure that I continue to communicate with them as well. Another thing that you do is that group call every week and interacting with other small business owners that kind of go through the same types of roadblocks as we do is really helpful because it helps us get more creative with our processes. And, we can kind of help each other out with what works for us. And maybe we could try those things out too to see if it, can help us grow our business as well.
Yeah, just sharing ideas, right? Like
Yeah.
that's sharing ideas is how the industry grows as a whole. If everyone kind of like takes their stuff and holds it to themselves, then the industry can't really grow. But that's really awesome to hear. Now, since we have made those changes with your ads and just your process and tracking each step of your sales process, all the way from like marketing and generating leads, all the way to actually closing the sale, what if you can give us kind of like a brief overview of like what are the results that you're seeing now compared to what you were seeing before when you were kind of doing it on your own?
Sure. So the leads are coming in daily. Like I'm seeing at least 2 to 3 leads every single day, where before it would be weeks before someone would come in, which was, very discouraging. With all these leads coming in, I'm booking appointments almost every day. I'm seeing a huge increase in the number of trials that we're selling. Once I can get that lead in the door, it's, easy for me to get them hooked on our product. They love the workouts. They love the culture, the atmosphere. So just getting those bodies to me and those names and those contact information, that's what helps me. It's been great seeing so many new faces in the gym and, seeing us grow. With so many new trials that we've had, our conversions to membership have increased as well. Specifically, since we started with you, like I said, we've tripled, the trials that we've had. In November, we started with you, and we've averaged around 22 new trials per month and been able to convert at least 14 new memberships per month.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
so it's been
great.
a huge growth in just, the past 4 months. So I expect even more growth going forward, which is really exciting.
That's awesome. I'm super happy for you. Just getting some consistency with your marketing and sales is like the number one thing I think people struggle with because there's
Yeah,
always those cycles of you get some people, lose some people, and there's this
right.
like, kind of like a hamster wheel of like, or like a revolving door. You get some people, lose some people, and there's no consistency. But if you can get on a consistent growth path, you don't have to worry about those things so much anymore.
Mhm.
What what would you say to someone who, I guess, maybe considering our company or working with us, and they're just not sure what to expect or if they should take the plunge? Like, what would you advise them to do?
I would absolutely recommend it. I mean, anyone struggling with getting new customers in the door, Facebook marketing can be really tricky. And I thought that I could handle it on my own and I could make it happen, but I don't have the background and experience that obviously your team has. I mean, and you guys have constant eyes on the ads. You're always checking to make sure that they're performing, which is great and something that I always didn't have time to go back and look at. So, with your experience to know what works and what doesn't, that is a huge benefit to us. You're also not afraid to try new things, which is great. I always throw things at you and you're completely open to that. So that's nice. And really, it's just nice to have a different set of eyes on your business to kind of help break you out of your comfort zone. Because really, that's when you're going to see results. So, having you guys as part of my team now has been really beneficial for us.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you jumping on here and kind of sharing your experience with us and your awesome success. Hopefully we can do another one of these in the future and you'll be way ahead of where you are now. So that would
Yes.
be pretty cool. But look, I appreciate you jumping on here and kind of sharing your experience with everyone. Thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate
Thanks.
your time.